It was a rainy evening in Mumbai, and the streets were bathed in a silvery mist as if the city itself was preparing for something monumental. Inside the plush offices of the Great Bank of India, the tension was palpable. The CEO, Ravi Kapoor, was facing the board of directors, sweating as he tried to explain the financial troubles the bank had recently encountered. They had been losing clients, and the trust of their investors was eroding faster than anticipated. Unbeknownst to him, an intricate plan was already in motion to rob the bank of its riches, a crime that would go down in history as the perfect heist. "Mr. Kapoor," a quiet voice interrupted, "we need a solution, now." It was Priya Mehta, the head of security. She had been working tirelessly to identify any security weaknesses. She had a reputation for precision, but tonight she was about to make a choice that would change everything. Across the city, a former criminal mastermind, Devendra Shah, sat in a darkened room. His face was etched with the years of his past crimes, his eyes cold yet calculating. Devendra had been in hiding for 5 years after a failed robbery attempt, but he had returned for one last job, the Great Bank of India heist. As he traced the blueprint of the bank's security system, a twisted grin spread across his face. He had been planning this for months, assembling a team of skilled professionals. Aryan, the hacker, Meera, the safecracker, and Vikram, the muscle. Each one had their role. Each one knew exactly what was at stake. "This is it," Devendra whispered to himself. "The crime is too perfect to fail." The heist was set for a Friday night. The city would be quiet and the bank would be empty except for a few guards. Aryan, with his unparalleled hacking skills, disabled the security cameras while Meera quietly worked her magic on the high-tech vault. Vikram kept watch, ensuring no one outside suspected a thing. Priya Mehta, the head of security, was part of the heist, but on the surface, she appeared as the loyal security chief. For months, she had been feeding Devendra insider information, all while maintaining her impeccable reputation at the bank. It was the ultimate betrayal, but Priya's reasons were personal. She had suffered a devastating loss in her family due to a reckless investment made by the bank. As the minutes passed, the team moved in. The vault door creaked open, and the treasure that lay inside was more than anyone had expected. Millions in cash, gold bars, and other valuables. But something was off. Priya, standing behind the glass, watched as the others loaded the loot into bags. "Wait," she thought, "it's too easy." Just as Meera turned the last dial on the vault, the lights flickered. Then, silence. The room grew colder, and Priya felt a chill run down her spine. "What's happening?" Vikram shouted, looking at Aryan, who was frantically typing on his laptop. "Someone's hacked us," Aryan muttered. "We've been locked in." The vault door slammed shut, trapping the crew inside the chamber. Panic set in as the team realized the unthinkable. They were being played. Priya's phone buzzed. It was a message from Devendra. "The job is done, but you've been double-crossed. This is your last chance to get out alive. Only one of you will walk free." Priya froze. Devendra wasn't working alone. He had outsmarted her. The bank was a setup. Everything had been orchestrated from the inside out, and she was the only one who didn't know. Priya felt her world unravel as she made the terrifying realization. Devendra had used her as the perfect pawn. She had believed she was the mastermind, the one calling the shots. But in truth, she had been the perfect distraction for the real heist. As the team tried to escape, Devendra's voice echoed through the intercom. "You should have never trusted me," he sneered. "This is the price for crossing me." One by one, the others were incapacitated. Vikram, with his brute strength, tried to force the door open, but it was useless. Meera cried out in frustration, while Aryan muttered to himself, trying to re-establish control over the bank's systems. But it was too late. Devendra had already anticipated every move. Priya, knowing that her time was running out, made a fateful decision. She would have to choose: betray Devendra or escape with whatever was left. She had one chance. She activated the emergency alarm, signaling the arrival of the police. As chaos erupted in the vault, Priya used the confusion to her advantage. She grabbed the nearest bag of cash, but instead of running toward the exit, she made a beeline for the bank's back exit. "It's too late for you all," Priya muttered under her breath as she escaped into the night, leaving the others behind. The rain poured down as she ran into the shadows, clutching the stolen money, knowing that her life would never be the same again. The police arrived shortly after the heist was discovered, but Priya was already gone, leaving behind a trail of deception. Devendra's plan had succeeded, but the truth would always remain hidden, except for Priya, who carried the burden of a crime so perfect that no one would ever truly understand the depth of her betrayal. As she watched the world from the safety of her new life, Priya realized that the price for perfection was too high. She had won the game, but lost everything else in the process. The Great Bank of India heist was over, but the scars of that night would last forever. Like and subscribe for more.